Revolutionary. What do you mean by that? Revolutionary. Good. Quest. Quest. Good. Temporary. Temporary. Alter. Alter. Permanent. Displayed. Displayed. That's key in. And finally, that is sequence. Very nice. So revolutionary, quest, temporary, alter, permanent, displayed, key in, and sequence. So these vocabularies are very important to understand the text that is stated in your textbook and to understand the passage very carefully. Therefore, let's go and do different sentences based on what? These vocabularies. Regarding the issue of what? Computer technology. Revolutionary. Let's go and do some of the sentences. Thank you so much. I would like to give you some sentences. Yes, good. I would like to give you some of the sample what sentences regarding these words. Let's start from the first one, that is revolutionary. Good. Let's start. The invention of. The invention of. Invention of computer brings a revolutionary change in what? Communication. Very good. Look now. This one sample example. The invention of computer brings a revolutionary change in communication. Revolutionary here now goes with what? That's a change. It's not out at all. What? If you are using computer, if you are able to manipulate your computer properly, whether at home or at school, okay, you know how its advantages it is and how it is important to make your what? Work easy and fast. Therefore, it's one part of the invention of the computer brings a revolutionary change not only in communication, but also in different aspects. It makes you easy your work. Right? The computer technology helps you to teach you as a teacher at home. Right? It's not only that. A computer also helps you to improve your language skill. Okay? Writing, right? Speaking, reading, and also that is listening to. For example, assume that a few of students are to have access of what? Using these computers at home. So what do you learn from those computers? Besides the knowledge that you earn from your school, when you are coming to home, when you are manipulating your computer or PC, easily you will have access of using the technology in the right way. We are able to communicate with anybody else. Through what? Through chatting, you know? Through communication. By writing something, it helps you what? Your writing skill. How do you get me? The same is true. There are a lot of what? Computer lessons, you see? Or computer technology lessons. are given by different people regarding different issues. So you listen to them, we learn from them. That is why how it is revolutionary. Okay? It's not only that. This technology also helps you how to solve your problems. And it tells you the way how to solve the problem. Yeah. If there is no one, okay, who supports you to solve your problem, when you open or manipulate your computer using in the right way, yeah, it brings you something new. That is it. So revolutionary. This is what I mean that computer is one means of communication. Let's go and do quest. Good. Scientists are accused to develop and foster, yeah, kids to develop and foster to be this technology. In other words, computer is what I mean that. Good. Yeah, science do have or take too much time in order to get this technology addressing to the people, right? So still now we are using this technology in every side, right? In every context, how science are doing in different experiments. Yeah, in all scientists, they are doing a lot of activities in different issues, in different areas. One of the scientists who belong to this profession are also their own contribution to the world in order to make the world to become under the umbrella of one. At the same time, we are able to communicate with anyone else abroad through this technology. That is why their quest, yeah, that is a great achievement. Yeah, they are going to do a lot in order to make this technology to be fruitful and effective, that anyone is able to use in the right way. You are welcome to use or take your cell phone or smartphone, you know. I'm sure that your dad or your mom or anyone of your family member do have this technology at hand. That is the importance of what? That is the result of these scientists, how they are contributing to the community and to the world too. Good. Temporary. Exactly. Good. Thanks so much. Temporary. Yeah. You should keep your file in the temporary location. Until you shift it to the actual document, you know? The actual file is better. That's why, because there are different kinds of files in the computer. Yeah. You should keep your file in the temporary location until you shift to the actual file. You are going to write different kinds of sentences, or it may be paragraph or any kind of message in your computer. So till you are keeping it not to miss it, there are different kinds of parts in the computer. Till then, we should keep it in the temporary location. Temporary means not permanent, for the time being. That's it. Good. Let's go and the vocabulary that is alert. Wow, this next one that is you can alter the brightness of your computer. You can alter the brightness of your computer. Why? It's important. That's why, because, unless you are altering your brightness of your computer, it may hurt your eye. So be careful. Don't use too much brightness. You should alter it. In other words, you have to set it up in the right way. Don't make it shadow too. Therefore, that's why, because while you are using your computer in the right way, as it is suggested by the computer scientists or computer professionals, don't use it as it is. That's why, because you should keep what? The whole of your eyes. That's why, because more of we are using the eyes. There is a contact, there is a ray, there is a light. It's okay? Therefore, you have to keep everything in right brightness. Is it good? If I'm using this kind of brightness, oh, it is too high, you should minimize it. If it is too low, you should do the same thing. So, in other words, you have to use just your computer in the right way. See, now we are talking about computer technology, That's why we are trying to use these vocabularies in the context of this issue. But, I mean that these words can be used in different sentences, in different ways. That's why, because when we are using these words in different contexts, they may not take these meanings. It may change. Don't forget this one. But for the time being, our issue is talking about computer technology, and then we have to use these words are very important. Good. Let's go and to the word that is permanent. Good. You should keep your files in the permanent in the permanent file location. Yeah, exactly. Don't be confused. What you save your document is in the document, in the Word, or some other kind of file, etc. It's okay, you should go and keep it there. While you want to look for that word or that message or whatever the issue it is, you go to that file and easily can identify the file where it is. Good. Let's go to display it. Yeah. Don't forget. Yeah. To display your computer of. Don't forget to display your computer of procedures so as to keep the file or for us to use the computer in the right way. Look how these vocabularies are very important. Let's go to the key in. Key in. Key in. To log in, you use your password or username key in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to log in means that is that if you want to use your computer in order to send any message to anyone else, don't forget that to log in means just coming to the actual process of the computer. This is what I mean that. So what do we do? Yeah, don't forget that the password and username. The password and username. To log in, you use your password or username key in. Key in other words is just writing in a right or using in appropriate place, inserting in, or just in other words, in short, touching or just clicking, or that's it. Good. Sequence. Very interesting. Very nice. What is it first? See? You must keep the sequence to use your computer. Very interesting. Procedures. As if you are keeping the procedures, the way how to keep, sequences are very important. In every context, the same is true in the context of while you are using your PC or computer, there are sequences. What kind of procedure do I follow? What comes first? What is the first? Good. I should follow based on the experience that you have got at home, that you have got at school, or wherever it is. You are welcome to use the sequence, the way how to manipulate computer. Since you are following all these procedures, right, you are able to use a computer without any difficulties. Through experience, of course, you are welcome to master it and use it as you like. But the very important issue that is you have to keep the sequence. Right? What do you do first, right? You open your computer and you have to check every line has to be set up in the right way. Okay? And check whether it has full charge it, right? How long does it take to use this computer? You have to check, not to miss all your files. Right? So sequence begins from there. And then you open and then you refresh it, okay? So as to be active. As if we are making the different kinds of activities in order to be active in our classroom. What do you do first? Hopefully that your teacher usually gives you what? Brainstorming activities, some of the activities, interesting activities to bring your attention to what is his class or her class, isn't it? The same is true. The computers are like a brain. You have to refresh them. And then what do you do first? And then you refresh it. Oh, it is alert. They are ready. Every file of the computer say that, oh, we're ready now. If they have no any words, they say that we are ready now. That's why, because while your computer is actively working, okay, and displaying, it's no doubt at all your computer is so smart and beautiful. The same is true. They are copying, the human brain now. We need the student. You have to give kind of food such as brainstorming questions, brainstorming activities to make you active and alert. That's it. So these vocabularies are really very important. We are able to write different kinds of what? Short sentences and paragraph. Good. And among these, actually, you see, you must keep the sequence to use your computer. You see? To use your computer. It's already stated. To log in, you use your password or username and key in. Password and username, there is a password, okay, in order to open your computer. Very interesting one. And revolutionary, I have already stated here. Now, the invention of computer brings a revolutionary changes, no doubt at all. Okay? So, let me give you that some time to understand about these words. It's all right, students, I have already stated some of the sample examples that are related to the issue of computer technology that we have concerned about, that is Unit 10. But we don't mean that these vocabularies to have always used in such contexts. But for our purpose, right, for our purpose, since the possible topic allows us to use these words in such contexts. But you are welcome to do your own sentence with different forms. So, to remind you again, it's okay? Revolutionary is very important, right? Revolutionary, yeah? How the scientists are promising to us just this computer technology brings a change in society's life in every part of the context, right? Quests, how scientists in different field of studies do have their contribution. Quests, identifying. Quest means that is identifying. Identifying or get or contributing. It has a lot of meaning, right? And temporary, you should keep your file in temporary location. Temporary, in other words, is maybe used in different contexts too. Temporary, your teacher may tell you the program of his exam or test schedule temporarily, not fixed time. Right? This is another context. When it comes to the case of computer technology, right, it tells only where you put or where do you put your files in the temporary file. That's it. Alter, right? You can alter the brightness of your computer. Alter being active, being active in order to make active your computer, and at the same time not to hurt your eyes, right? You should keep the brightness of your computer, either to make it that is low or that is high, right? Displayed, you should keep your file in the right permanent file location. You should keep your files in the permanent location that is permanent. Don't forget, let's go to the vocabulary that is displayed. Don't forget to display your computer of procedures so as to keep the file in the right way or in appropriate way. So the other one that is key already stated there, it's okay. Login, your password and username, so as to put in a key in. Very nice. I hope that everything is okay based on the context that's given in the text in your textbook, as well as the topic by itself allows us to talk about these issues in such contexts. But we don't mean that they always have this kind of meaning, students. Don't forget this one. You come across or you get these words in another sentence with different contexts. Of course. That's it. Right? Thank you. Now I'd like to give you some sample vocabularies, and then you are welcome to make your sentence. Okay. Make sentences with the following words. Good. Quest. Good. Temporary. Permanent. What? Alter. And sequence. Good. You remember the meaning of these words? Shall I remind you? Okay, and then you are welcome to make your own sentence and share to your friends. I would like to give you 3 minutes. Thank you. Take time. 3 minutes. Very interesting. Good. Are you on the way to do? Very nice. Just try to make a very simple sentence and share to your friends. Yeah, that's interesting one. A lot of examples are possible here now. Very interesting. Good. Yeah, that's right. And share to your friends. That's interesting one. Okay, you're welcome to check your answer, right? So those of you are good at doing your sentences in such a way, that's good. Based on the topic that we have studied so far. Or it may be outside that context too, doesn't matter. You are welcome. I would like to encourage you. Very interesting one. You remember what question in that? Yeah. How the sentences are, you see, struggling to find what a piece of the computer technology. If you are doing your sentence in such a way, that's interesting. Or another example, maybe some of the students are doing it such a way. Yeah. The police is equipped in the jungle to find the lost child. Totally different. You see? The police is in the jungle equipped to find the lost child. That means still now finding or get something. That's quest. It's another context, I mean that. If you are doing with the same context that I have shown you earlier, you are welcome. Very interesting one. Good. Very nice. The professionals, better to say that, are equipped to find a solution for what? The professionals are equipped to find a solution for the progress of a community. Yeah. Very interesting sentence. Exactly. Who are the professionals? Maybe the professionals, the computer professionals, the medical expertise, the teachers. You see? Different kinds of professions are available here now. So everybody or every professional is doing a quiz to find the progress of any community or society based on their profession. The same is true that we have used in the previous and the actual topic of the lesson. We have been trying to see that the word quest as it was used in the sentence. Very interesting one. Temporary. All right. What do you do in the word temporary? Very interesting one. Good. Yeah. Let's keep the files in the temporary position or location, please. Very nice. Let's keep the files in the temporary position or location. If you are doing in such a way, that's good. All right. In other words, some students may use temporary in other contexts. You are welcome. My teacher puts me in the classroom, or he lets me sit in the classroom in a temporary seat. If you are doing in such a way, you are welcome. Possible. Still not same context. Temporarily, you sit there. Right? Permanently, Okay, you may sit another place too. Still, now the context is the same. If you are doing your sentence in such a way, that is correct too. Possible. Permanent. Good. Very nice. Right? Very important. Important. Files should be kept in the permanent location. Exactly. Not to miss it next time. If you want to revise it in your file or computer, very important file should be kept in the permanent location. If you open your computer or PC, you are able to get that file easily with no difficulties. So permanent also possible to use in other contexts too. Still not the same. Yeah. The teachers usually use permanent seat for the students. I mean that not to change their places or sitting place here and there. See, when they come to your classroom, they never miss you there. That is your permanent seat. Why they go there? This is also another context. Therefore, if you are doing your sentence in such a way, that is interesting too. Good. Alter. Yeah? The altering of your computer helps you to manipulate in appropriate way. Yeah. The altering of your computer helps you to manipulate in appropriate way. Yeah, you have to make it that is active in the right way. What? Sequence. Good. Sequence is a common word in every context. Yeah, but regarding the computer technology, we're welcome to use what? The sequence. What do you do first to use your computer? What do you do first to use your computer? I must follow the sequence. The sequence of procedures in order to use my computer. Very interesting. These are my sample sentences. I'm sure that you have done your job beautifully, better than your teacher. Practice again and again and using these vocabularies in different contexts. So, and share to your friends at home or anywhere else. Dear students, that is all we have for today. Until we meet the next lesson, see you, everybody. All right. I'm sure that you have understood what we have learned so far about. That is Unit 29, that is computer technology. That is lesson 29. We said a lot of words that are related to the issue of computer technology. So don't forget those vocabularies and try to use them in your day-to-day life. If you want to talk about computer, if you want to write about computer, any of the issues, you are welcome to use these computers as I have used and as we have practiced in our exercise break time. That's all we have for today, students. Until we meet next lesson, see you. Goodbye.